Matthew oversubscribed. These last couple of runs have looked good. You ride him on Wednesday night. Do you go in with a bit of confidence heading into the race with his form?
Yeah, you can see like he have a few start early, still a little bit keen, not quite ready. Now he put in on the turn, happy ready. Doesn't meter have a turn. He can give a rest and then he can run home. I think he's improving, and also tomorrow he draw very well one. I hope he can settle at early and give me a strong finish.
He's drawn barrier one, as you mentioned. There looks to be good speed on the race. Is he a get-back, run-on type of horse? Is that the best way to ride him?
I think so, because when he in front he just like overdo it. So I think very one good speed will suit him perfect. Yeah.
How's his track work been that you've ridden him in since his last run?
He feel alright. I feel he healthy, no big difference to last couple starts. So happy with that.
Douglas, more than a horse, he's had a few runs for you now. Is he the type that's getting better with each run, do you feel?
Yeah, he's adjusting to Hong Kong, to the tempos and the racing patterns. He's been a handful in with his mannerism. He's a little bit awkward with his head and the way he wants to do things in the mornings. So he's taken time to adjust, but the penny's dropping, and I think his last run indicated that he's starting to find what he should be doing, and that's hitting the line.
A couple of new challenges for him on Wednesday night, heading to the Valley for the first time and also up to 2,200 metres. How do you think he'll handle those?
I think he's had a good introduction to Hong Kong racing. He's had a number of runs under his belt now, so I'm not perturbed about going to the Valley for the first time, and I think he's looking for the extra distance. So, you know, those 2,200s at the Valley, they seem to get along, and they can find a rhythm halfway around, and then they tend to take off again. So I'm hoping, with the experiences that he's had, he'll be able to cope with the different speed and the different tactics, and I think he'll be giving a good account of himself.
When you look at his form from Australia, both of his wins were on rain-affected tracks. Does he need a bit of give in the ground, ideally?
He does. He's indicated that. He works very well in the mornings, and obviously there's a bit more give in the mornings. So another reason that I've opted to go to the Valley is there's a bit more give in the ground.
Chad Tornado Twist, you rode him last time out at Sha Tin. What were your thoughts on that run?
Yeah, I thought it was a pleasing run. He actually jumped and put himself into a position. He only got beat 2 and a bit lengths, so it was a decent run. Back to Happy Valley now, where you can arguably say he races best. And although a competitive race, he's an honest little horse.
Do you think he'd be better over 1,200?
Yeah, probably. His form probably reads that. He obviously handles Sha Tin 14 as well, but yeah, you could say Happy Valley 12 is ideal.
And just as far as the start last time goes for him, because that's been his Achilles heel, he can often be slow away. Were you happy with him in the gates and out of the gates last time?
Yeah, it was the first time I've ridden him, and obviously he was aware he can jump slow, but with me he jumped nicely and put himself into a lovely spot. So we're drawn a bit wide tomorrow night, but his pattern is to get back and run on. So I'm tipping we'll do something similar.
Karis, highly proactive. You're 2 for 2 on him. Last time when Shining Ace headed you in that race, did you think you were beaten?
No, I think he's still a horse that's sort of learning about racing properly, and he had a tough run, and I knew he was gonna fight the other horse off. Of course, I had a rail to keep him company, and sort of he was always, I think, gonna run the other horse down the way he felt, and he's a very smart horse, so I was not surprised he won, but I was happy that he fought on to win a very strong race.
Since then, you've ridden him in a bit of his work. You also rode him in a trial. How's he going heading into Wednesday?
He's going very well. He's in good shape. Of course, his run last time was a pretty long time ago, so he had a trial. He did everything right in the trial. He seems like he's learning each and every day, so I think we're looking forward for him to run again.
Top of Class 3 at the moment, but is there more to come?
I would think so. He's, like I said, he's a horse that's getting better with time. Of course, he's gonna have the top weight in the Class 3, but I think he can be competitive, and yeah, he's gonna give his best again.
How do you line him up with a horse like California Deep Shot, who you've ridden the last 2 starts?
Of course, California Deep Shot is still a very young horse. It's a big task for him. He's taking on some strong horses, but he's a very smart horse. But I was confirmed on this horse, so I had to stick with him. And I'm pretty happy with my rides, and I'm looking forward to riding him.
3 winners on the weekend. After a bit of a lean patch by your lofty standards, must have been nice to be back in the winner's circle in a big way on Sunday.
Yeah, had a few quiet meetings, but that's how racing is. Sometimes you have some ups and downs, but you have to just keep your head down and don't lose concentration. And it was nice to be able to get a few winners on Sunday, and let's just hope now we can keep the ball rolling.